You know that feeling when you smile to the world and everyone nods like you're doing just fine? But deep down, you're crumbling. Right now, as you watch this, you're not really okay. You've spent years perfecting the art of pretending. And while everyone applauds your strong front, the truth is far more raw. You're tired, broken, and desperately hiding behind a mask. I've done it myself, so many times that I lost count. I kept my pain so well hidden that eventually I started to believe my own lie. I told myself, I'm okay. I'm fine. I said it so often, it became automatic. But the truth, every fake smile, every casual I'm good, was just me covering up the chaos inside. And I got so good at pretending that it felt like survival. Because deep down, I was scared. Scared that if I actually admitted I wasn't okay, I'd have to face all the emotions I'd locked away for years. And that felt even more overwhelming than pretending. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you keep wearing this mask, you'll never truly heal. Pretending might work for a while, but it only deepens the distance between who you are and who you could be. And while you continue to hide, the real you is left gasping for air, desperate for a moment of authenticity. Today, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm here to tell you that it's time to rip off that mask and confront the truth. Because deep down, you deserve more than a life spent on autopilot. You deserve to be real, even if it hurts. And once you start peeling back the layers of pretense, you might just discover a strength you never knew you had. Pretending isn't just harmless behavior or a phase you'll eventually outgrow. It's a silent killer of your true self. Every time you force yourself to say, I'm okay, you're denying the world and yourself the chance to heal. You're buying into a lie that lets you hide from your pain instead of facing it head on. Think about it. When was the last time you allowed yourself to be completely vulnerable? Not just on social media, where only the best parts of your life are showcased, but honestly vulnerable. There's a reason you're so practiced at faking it. The truth is, you're terrified of being seen for who you really are. A person with scars, with fears, with deep struggles that don't fit into the neatly packaged version of okay. That constant pretense is draining. It costs you more than you can imagine. Emotional energy bleeds away every time you put on a brave face. Your heart grows weary from pretending, and eventually this exhaustion seeps into every corner of your life. It leaves you detached, numb, and even more isolated because you've convinced yourself that no one wants to see you the way you truly are. You might argue that if you keep playing the role of being okay, you'll avoid pain and judgment. But let me ask you this. How many times have you felt even emptier after telling everyone you're fine? How many times has that lie made you feel more alone? When you lie to yourself about your own well-being, you rob yourself of the chance to seek out the help and connection you desperately need. Your story isn't meant to be hidden behind perfectly curated smiles and superficial "I'm fine" posts. It's meant to be lived in full, messy detail. Yes, it might be painful to admit that you're not okay. Yes, it might feel uncomfortable. But here's the secret. That discomfort is the first step towards something real. How did we get so good at pretending? The answer isn't simple. It's woven into the fabric of our upbringing, our traumas, and the society that teaches us to hide our true selves. From childhood, many of us learn that vulnerability was dangerous. When you cry, you're weak. When you ask for help, you're a burden. So you learn to shut down, to smile even when you're hurting inside, and to push your true feelings down deep. That's where the habit begins, quietly, almost without you noticing. Over time, the mask becomes so natural that it feels like your only identity. Later, as adults, we carry that mask into our relationships, our jobs, our social circles. We pretend to have it all together because we fear judgment, because we worry that if our truth is exposed, we'll lose the respect, the love, or the support we cling to. The result is a life spent constantly performing, never really feeling, never really living. Your constant "I'm okay" isn't a sign of resilience. It's a sign of a system that's failed you. It's a shield that protects you from emotional pain, but in the process, leaves you spiritually exhausted. Every act of pretense chips away at your ability to connect authentically with yourself and with those around you. The irony is that the very act of pretending to be okay is what keeps you from ever being truly happy. Because beneath the mask, you're desperately longing for something real. You're tired of feeling like you have to perform for approval. You want to be seen, exactly as you are, in all your painful, glorious, unfiltered truth. So, what does it take to break free from this cycle of pretense? Now that we've laid bare the roots of your pretense, let's talk about the fight that comes next. It's time to reclaim who you truly are, without masks, without filters, without the constant lie that you're okay. This step isn't for the faint of heart. It's messy, and it demands that you confront all those dark corners of your life you've kept hidden for too long. Real strength lies not in the ability to fake a smile, but in the courage to show your cracks. Every scar, every tear, every moment you spent pretending to be okay, these are the marks of a life lived in survival mode. And they tell a story, your story, one that is rich, deep, and absolutely worth honoring. Imagine for a moment what it would be like to let go of the burden of pretense, to wake up in the morning without feeling the weight of the mask you've worn for so long, to look in the mirror and not ask, "Who am I fooling today?" but instead say, "This is me, all of me." It's not about being perfect. It's about being real, vulnerable, and unapologetically you. But vulnerability comes at a cost. It means risking rejection, hurting even more sometimes, and stepping into a world that isn't always kind. Yet if you never take that risk, you'll never know the liberating taste of authenticity. You might lose some who only loved the mask, but you'll find those who embrace the truth, the people who see you for who you truly are and love you all the more because of it. You've listened, you've felt every word, and deep down, you know that you're tired of pretending. Now it's time for the hard part, building a new, authentic life from the ground up. Step 1, own your story, every chapter. First, write down your story, every raw, messy detail. Don't censor anything. Write about the moments when you felt empty, the times you put on a fake smile to hide the pain, and the lies you told yourself to get through the day. Then, look at that story and see it for what it is, a journey, not a failure, but a series of trials that taught you lessons. Every time you acknowledge a painful memory, you weaken its grip. You reclaim a piece of yourself that's been lost in the act of pretending. 2, commit to daily authenticity. Authenticity isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily commitment. Start with small actions. Instead of telling yourself, "I'm okay," when you're not, pause and admit, "I'm hurting." Allow yourself a few minutes each day to confront your feelings. Journal about them. If you're feeling overwhelmed, talk to someone, a friend, a family member, or a therapist. 3, build a support system that celebrates realness. No one can do this alone. Find your tribe, those who appreciate vulnerability, who are comfortable with raw emotions, and who are on their own journeys of authenticity. These are the people who will hold you accountable when you slip back into old patterns. Share your journey with them and invite their honesty. In a world full of facades, trust becomes your most valuable currency. Cultivate relationships where you're free to show up as you truly are. 4, redefine your success. For too long, success has been measured by a picture-perfect life posted on social media. Redefine it on your terms. Success isn't about how many likes you get or how flawless your facade appears to others. It's about waking up each day, no matter how hard, and choosing to live your truth. Set goals that aren't based on external validation, but on what truly nourishes your soul. 5, embrace the healing process. Healing is not linear. It's a winding, unpredictable road. There will be days when the old mask feels irresistible, when you want nothing more than to slip back into that comfortable lie. And that's okay, because every setback is an opportunity to learn. Allow yourself to feel your pain fully, and then slowly, step by step, work through it. Over time, you'll notice that the need to pretend becomes less and less, replaced by a genuine desire to be real and live fully. The blueprint I've laid out isn't a magic pill. It's a commitment. It requires you to confront your deepest fears, to be honest about your struggles, and to choose authenticity every single day. Because once you do, you'll discover a freedom that no pretense can offer. A freedom that comes from knowing you are enough, just as you are. And while the road ahead may be rough, every step you take towards authenticity is one towards a life that's truly, beautifully yours. This isn't the end of a story. It's the start of a transformation. The choice is yours. You can keep wearing that mask, fooling the world and yourself, or you can take a leap of faith and allow the real you to shine through. The road will be long and challenging, but every step is worth it.